Roxy. Very excited about something with this video, and I'm going to see if you can figure it out. And if you can figure it out when it gets posted and you're watching this, put a little comment and see if you can tell maybe what's a little bit different from this video from my last video. A little hint, has nothing to do with my appearance or anything else. Haven't had any work done. That should be obvious. But what I want to show you today is this cute little album that uses our translucent envelopes. And I don't know if you're like me, but I am not big on scrapbooking. I've tried and tried and tried and tried. And what I decided was I had to make peace with that, but find another way to still highlight and capture our photos. Our My Digital Studio is a wonderful way to do that. But also, if you want something that you can physically touch, then these little mini albums are fantastic. And the reason is because also, if you still love scrapbooking, you can still scrapbook on your pages before you put them in. And they'll slip in just like so. Now, the other thing is these will hold a regular card size card, right? Because they're meant to be our envelopes. So 5.5 by 4 1/4. Most of the pictures that you have printed out are 4 by 6. So along that 6-inch side, you just got to trim off 1/2 inch, and we all know there's usually some excess that we can afford to trim off. And then they can slip right in here. And these are a great way to give occasion-driven albums to people we love for a baby shower, wedding, Christmas, birthdays, just a really nice way to make a presentation for important pictures. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'll be right back to show you how they're made. Thanks! Okay, so what I wanted to show you today was actually something that's kind of an oldie but a goodie. I have demonstrated this at workshops, I've had my clubs do this, and it's always a big wow, mainly because it's very simple to do and make. And so today years ago I did a photo tutorial on how to do this, but I thought I would do this via video now. So I will go over the measurements, but again, I will post those as well. So again, what I use for my inspiration, as I do most times, is some sort of our DSP. And for this one, I'm using the Deck the Halls DSP. Love this. It's so beautiful. So what I have is a 9 1/4 by 4 3/4 piece of, and this is Early Espresso, which is now my new favorite chocolate, or my new favorite brown. And I scored it in at 1 inch and 2 inch. And at that second score line, I'm going to fold it over. And what that does is this is creating the back of our album and the front spine. Then I'm going to take a piece of Cherry Cobbler, which is my other favorite, and this measures 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. And just if I'll fold this so that you can see, actually let me zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm saying. This, I'm going to let my camera catch up. This part here, that right in there, is where I'm going to put my snail. So I'm going to put 2 strips top to bottom. And let me zoom back out. And then just place that right on top. And don't put it right on top of that score line, because if you do it right on top, it makes it difficult to open it up. So just reinforce that on both sides. And then I just have a piece of Early Espresso, again, that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to put that right in the center. And now I'm going to put the Deck the Halls. You know how, I'm sure you guys are like this too. I always get a little sad when I have to tape the other side down. But I found that when I did that in the beginning, it actually stopped me from using the designer paper, so I had to get over that. So what I wanted to also show you was something called ghosting, and it is a really cool and quick technique. So what you're going to do is I'm using Always Artichoke, and I'm using the Pine Tree from Lovely as a Tree. I love this stamp set. It's such a great masculine sympathy, just kind of real earthy, just great stamp set, go-to stamp set. So I'm going to ink it up in the Always Artichoke, and I'm just dragging, what am I using here? Oh, I'm using chocolate chip. Just down the trunk of the tree in the very bottom. And I'm going to reheat that just by putting some quick breath on it. And then just start stamping and go. The trick is to go different heights. Don't get into the trap of going straight across. So I'm going to just ink that up again, drag the marker down the trunk of the tree and at the base, reheat, and then again just kind of go wherever until I don't have any ink left. Okay, that's as easy as ghosting gets, and let me kind of zoom in on that so you can see that. Really cool, isn't it? It looks like these darker ones are in the foreground and the lighter ones here are in the background. And then I'm not going to do that just for the sake of time, but what I did on this one, you can see, is Dazzling Diamond all the trees. And seriously, I just dragged the two-way glue and hit the branches. I wasn't trying to get picky or anything, and just Dazzling Diamond that. So really, really pretty technique. And then I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler and the Merry Christmas from Contempo Christmas. I love the font on this Merry Christmas. I think it's my favorite Merry Christmas this year. And then just go ahead and tape that right in the center. So now we're just going to create the pages of the envelope. And where did my envelopes go? Oh, there they are. So now we're going to open up the outside of our album. And I have to say, I wish I was, but I'm not a big scrapbooker. And I know I should be. So I love this because, oh, let me zoom back out. Because it eases my guilt of not being able to handle 12 by 12 pages because I can still do scrapbooks. So what I'm using is just our regular translucent clear envelopes, and I'm going to just that sticky part there, I'm going to adhere that right onto the binder, or the base of the album. And I usually put anywhere between 5 or 6 of these in an album. This one I'm just going to do 4 just because I don't want to bore you with watching me put envelopes down. But you can just see I use the sticky side down and adhere it over the layer underneath. Okay? And most of the time I pick between 5 and 6 envelopes because I figure this is occasions driven. And most of the time, once we've taken our pictures and filtered through them all, there's probably about 12 or 10 that we really like. So that fills up the album. So I'm using my Crop-A-Dile, the smallest of the 2 holes. Let me just get in closer just so you can see that. And I'm just going to punch on that side again and punch in on that side. And when I open it, you can see that I've caught also the envelopes. Let me zoom in so you can see how I caught the envelopes as well. And then, oops, go back. And then I'm just going to use a couple of our Glimmer Brads. These are the Brights. Aren't they beautiful? And then just fold those back. Like so. Okay, and there it is. And then what the great thing about binding it with the brads does is, say that I do find a couple more pictures that I'd like to add in here, I can just take out the brads, add more pages, and go ahead and Crop-A-Dile some more holes in and put those brads back in. So I can continually be adding. So let me show you this one again with the Dazzling Diamonds on it. Beautiful, eh? So a quick and easy wow project, club project, or just for you to do when you have a bunch of pictures to give to someone rather than putting them just in the Costco or Walmart envelope. Just a really nice way to present some very special pictures. So I hope you found that helpful, and I hope you've noticed that there was something different about my videoing. Videoing? Is that the right word? Yes, video. And see if you can guess what it was. Let me zoom in to show you. That was a hint. Yeah, so I hope you like it. So thanks for stopping by, and as always, I love you. Have a great week. Make sure you take some time to stamp, and after you've stamped, go hug those ones you love. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.